I just feel like there's this shine on my forehead, and I just... Welcome. This is Faida's Flow. This is my YouTube channel. This is my first like intro to like what this is about. The thing is, I've made so many excuses about why I haven't been ready to do this and like why it's not the right time. For me, I remember thinking things like, you know, I'm still living at home, you know, I you know, as you can tell, have braces. I have all these things that I really wanted to do and achieve before I felt like ready to like get online and like do something like this. And then I think at some point I just felt really stagnant in the energy. I was like, why am I procrastinating like this? And I think it's like a combination of like two things. It's like my sister who kept saying, you know, you just gotta start. It doesn't matter where you're at, doesn't matter what's happening, just start. Like, you could literally start with the most shittiest phone. She like literally told me to start using my iPhone and just film. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, forget about the quality, forget about all of that, just do it. And my therapist, who I think we were having like a conversation about self-love and like being ready to like call in the things that you deserve. And I think it was like probably at the beginning of like my braces like smile journey, and I was just really self-conscious about like how I was gonna look and like just wanting to shut off from like everything and everyone and just being like, nah, like I'm just not gonna do anything because I feel hideous, I look hideous, this just isn't like the time for me to do anything, and you know, just reach out of my comfort zone. And my therapist was pretty much like, just very simply was like, so at what point are you going to be ready to love yourself? And I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that one, but I felt like that hit like a really, really deep nerve, and I wasn't at the time like ready to like let that one sink in. But when I finally let myself do it, I was like, okay, no more excuses, you know, just go with the energy. And so that's where I'm at. I am starting this channel, and again, I'm really excited to be doing it. First things first, title of the channel, Faida's Flow, I feel like just kind of feels right for me because it's a mixture of things that I want to talk about on here. I want to talk about race, you know, my experience, my lived experiences as a black person, as an African person, African black person living in Australia, what that's been like for me. Also like culturally, like what has been my sort of rhythm with that, like adjusting to this society, where do I fit in with my culture and where don't I fit in, and just how I guess like fundamentally like as a human, like as a person, that has like impacted my perception of the world and how I feel about myself, and how my ability to navigate my health and like well-being kind of has been with all those layers. And so Faida's Flow is just really about finding my own rhythm through life. So like, what's my intentions? Like, why? I thought that YouTube would be a really good platform for me to take up space unapologetically, on my terms, like fully, completely, totally me. And I have finally gotten there. Like, I've written so many like ideas and thoughts, really like primarily from my own experiences, but a lot of it I take from like the world around me and conversations I've had like with friends and family, just to really just have more breathing room, and just also I think like holistically to provide a sense of belonging for people like me, or people who are similar to me, who are going through a journey of learning and growth. We also deserve the opportunity to be our fullest selves, just being like who we are, like period. I thought that maybe I would do like a, not like a question and answer, but like do a 10 facts like about me, because I feel like it'll break the ice, and I think you'll also just get to know me a bit better as well. The first one is I am not born in Australia. I don't know if that sentence was grammatically correct, but it just is what it is. Second thing is, this one is a fun one because I don't even think I've outgrown this. I don't think I've outgrown this. When I was 4 years old, every time I would yawn, yawn, I used to believe that I had the soul of a lion. Three, my favorite artist, like musical artist, is SZA. S-Z-A. She is amazing. She's amazing. I actually saw her when she came to Australia, like, what was it, 3-4 years ago? I said nothing was going to stop me. Nothing was going to stop me from seeing her. Her new album, when it comes out, if it comes out, I'm going to have that on repeat. I've been having Shirt on repeat for the past couple of days, so I love her so much. 4, my favorite book till this day is The Giving Tree. I just think it's just fundamental. It's fundamental. I used to think that book was about, I think when I was younger, I thought that book was about being like kind, like as in like using your manners. Like when someone gives you something, you need to always use your manners, like say thank you, and like you should totally always use, you know, your manners when someone gives you a thing, you know, gratitude. Now, like 2022, I've really just appreciated even more how important it is to have and nurture our relationship to the natural world, really have and build on a sustainable relationship to the world we inhabit, that we are thoughtful, that we are mindful of our eternal relationship with our environmental world. 5, I come from a big family. I come from a really big family. I come from, like, I've always joked about how, like, if I walked past someone that I was related to, I wouldn't always necessarily know. So I have a lot of immediate family here, and I also have some back home. I have some back in Africa. 6, I love to sing. I really want to get back into some music lessons. I really haven't had any. I'm kind of self-taught in a way. I rely a lot on, like, again, my hearing. So I can't read music at all. When I was in high school, it was a disaster. I mean, not like as in reading music was a disaster. I just relied on like lyrics. Like I would search online and stuff. I couldn't read it. I couldn't read a bar. But I loved it. I loved performing. I aced my music classes. Yeah, I love it. I love singing. Number 7, I cannot swim. Living in Australia, that's a weird thing because most Australian people like can swim, and I don't want that to be a generalization because, you know, there's like a multitude of different cultures and ethnicities in Australia, and not everyone conforms to that like overarching idea of like what it is to be Australian, but it's like a thing associated with like the Australian identity. 8, I have tinnitus. I have tinnitus in my ears at the moment. It's not severe. It's not like, it doesn't disrupt my daily life in any kind of way, but definitely can notice it when I'm like in bed asleep, when things are a lot more quiet, and like, yeah, I guess yeah, that's been a really new thing for me. Number 9, we're almost there. I speak 3 languages. English, I speak Swahili, and It's tricky. I think there's an actual word for this. Well, Kakwa is the tribe, Bari is the language. I can hear it, but I can't actually speak it because I never practiced it enough. And I learned that language actually not with like my immediate living family, but like my immediate like cousin's family, which is interesting because we didn't come to Australia at the same time. But if you were to speak it to me, I would be able to translate it to you in either Swahili or English. So I can hear it fluently, I just can't speak it fluently, if that makes any sense. Lastly, I'm queer and I'm representing. What does that mean? What does it mean to be queer? All I know is that I am someone who loves different people, and a lot of it is just energetical. I'm only 26. I'm going to still keep growing. I'm going to still keep meeting different people and hopefully have wonderful experiences. Yeah, language can be very limiting, particularly from the Western like lens. I do try my best not to honestly use language, but I get that for some people it's important, and I think I hold space for that. I hold space for that, at least for me, with language like that, because I do feel that it becomes quite limiting, and I want to be able to have the freedom to be able to just be, but I think in a way that is going to be safe for people that I'm interacting with, so that people know my intentions, what I'm feeling, what I'm vibing with, so just that everyone kind of gets where, like, what page we're all on, you know what I mean? Before I wrap this up, is I think I just want to kind of like express that, you know, I'm here for this. I'm here for anyone who wants to join me on this journey, who wants to grow and flow with me and just kind of have these weird, tricky and sticky conversations. I'm here for being called out, but I'm here for being called out in a respectful and informed way. I want to be able to learn. I don't think that putting people down really gets you anywhere. Just try to have an open mind. You don't have to agree with everything that I say or other people say. It's just important that we just try to get to a point of understanding. If there's any kind of resources or tools or other information that you know or have insight on, like, share it. Like, I want us to feel like we can have a safe space where we can learn and bounce off each other and just like feel like we can actually create like a bit of a community. So yeah, be kind as well, you know. I hope that this grows. I hope that I see you here again. And yeah, this is really exciting. Thank you for clicking on this video and for taking like a bit of time from your day to just chill with me for a second and just, yeah, see where this goes. I'm out.